The Porsche 911. It's more than a car, it's a legend. Over 6 decades, it's been the benchmark for what a sports car should be. Balanced, thrilling, unmistakable. And within that extensive legacy, one badge has always stood out. The Carrera GTS, the perfect middle ground. Faster and sharper than the standard Carrera, but not as extreme as the turbo or GT3 variant. A car that's both thrilling and usable. But now, in 2025, Porsche has made the boldest move yet. They've gone hybrid. Yes, a hybrid 911. Sounds crazy, right? Well, I flew to Cape Town to see if it works, and to find out if this is the end of an era or the start of something even more exciting, or maybe just the perfect blend of both. Upon arriving to Porsche Center Cape Town, we had lunch and then immediately went into a press conference where I learned interesting things about the new Porsche 911 Carrera GTS, such as the 2025 Porsche 911 Carrera GTS is powered by a 3.6-liter turbocharged flat-six engine paired with Porsche's innovative T-hybrid system. This hybrid setup integrates an electric motor into the turbocharger and the transmission.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if you can hear me very well, but we're about to hit the road right now in the all-new 911 Carrera 4 GTS. We're driving this one, the Lugano Blue. So this is not the one from the previous video. This is in fact a GTS, as you can see with the red calipers, as well as the center mounts exhaust over there. I'm going to be doing some stunning mountain passes, and I'm taking you guys along with us. So our end destination today is Hermanus, and we've got 4 stunning 911 GTS out here. You guys comment down below and let me know which color is your favorite. But today it's a little bit more about color. It's more about soul, handling dynamics, and finding out if the 911 GTS is well worth upgrading. It's been approximately 10 minutes since we've left the dealership, and what I can say is, from the little that I've experienced, I am impressed with the acceleration of this thing, guys. The turbo lag is virtually non-existent, so this car literally will spool the turbos up from 0 RPM to boost of 1.8 bar in 0.8 seconds or less. I feel like it's less because this really does feel like a naturally aspirated car, and the way it just climbs up the rev range to the red line of 7,500 RPM is absolutely crazy, right? So right now we're in 4th, 3rd, just listen to this.
After getting my mind blown away by the responsiveness and sheer acceleration of the 911 Carrera GTS, we enjoyed some countryside views and then spoke a little bit more about the interior.
This feels very, very familiar, and that's one thing I love of Porsche. A lot of people might complain about the interior kind of staying the same throughout models. However, I think it breeds some familiarity, and familiarity breeds confidence, right? So you hop into this car after getting out of a base 911, you feel right at home. Only real difference is the power and a few other things I'm going to touch on. When you look into the gauge cluster, you will see a red center dial for your tachometer. That is standard in GTSs of old all the way up until now. Even though this has got a 12.5-inch curved screen, we still keep that in there, and I absolutely love that. The steering wheel takes a little bit of a refresh, so we got a full leather steering wheel with dry carbon fiber that continues out right over here, as you guys can see. We do have some piano black accents over here, but to be honest, this is something I've gotten used to, and it's not really somewhere your hand is going to be resting all that much. The only time you're really reaching out here is to change the gears and air vents, which are all this lovely tactile metal that feels absolutely amazing to press and push. Some more dry carbon fiber. We got another beautiful screen over here with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integrated. Some Alcantara in the glove box, which feels absolutely. Some more Alcantara that continues on the door cards over here with the same pattern that we find on the seat. Absolutely love this, man. This just makes the car feel so much more premium. We got a Bose sound system, which
if it ain't about the money, don't be blowing me up. Ain't getting no if it ain't about.
Yeah. So the sound system is absolutely amazing. A Bose premium sound system. Above us, we've got a sunroof. This has been open the whole time, and for me, I really like it, guys. I'm not the tallest person and I'm definitely not the shortest person. Standing at 186 centimeters, it sometimes feels a little bit claustrophobic in small sports cars that don't have that, so that really does kind of make the interior feel much larger than it actually is. In the back we've got some seats. Those seats are the same size as the ones in the base Carrera, and I can tell you that you can fit people back there, albeit might be a little bit cramped depending if the person is vertically blessed or not. You can also lay them down for a nice deck to put your things over there, and that is pretty much it for the interior.
But as great as the straight line acceleration and as nice as the interior is, it was time to answer the age-old question: does the hybrid aspect of the 911 take away from the amazing driving dynamics and fun characteristics of the 911 Carrera? Let's go find out.
Palms are literally sweaty, guys, and you know what, man, there are very few cars in this world that can make you feel how I'm feeling right now, and this one right here might just be one of the most intoxicating experiences I've had behind a wheel. The only question that I'm just perplexed with right now, this is the 911 Carrera GTS, Ford GTS for that matter. What on earth must the new Turbo S and GT2 RS feel like, man?
After getting a feeling of what it's like to pilot the new Carrera 4 GTS spiritedly around some corners, I had to take a quick little break to take in the scenery, the beautiful looks of this car, and of course, prepare for the next attack of front juke parts.
I want a Porsche, man. You know what, guys, like, the best way I can put this car, and I think I've mentioned it a little bit earlier, right? This kind of feels like dancing with a professional dancer, if that makes sense. It's not a car that does the same thing twice. It doesn't make the same noises twice. Yes, we can argue that this car sounds a little bit more, it sounds quite a lot more subdued than the previous GTS by means of there's no theatrical pops and bangs, but the sound this turbocharger is making right behind my ears is absolutely infatuating, man. It doesn't do the same thing twice. It hisses and coughs and makes all sorts of scuffing noises as you push power through it. It's like it's alive. It's breathing and talks to you in a way that nothing else really quite does. The crazy thing is, that's exactly what I say when I hop out of every single Porsche. It's in the DNA, it's in the blood. Like, performance runs deep within this car's roots, and you can tell it, man. This is not a car that was pieced together overnight. Nothing in this car was an overthought or an underthought for that matter. Like, you can tell that absolutely everything was well engineered, well thought of, well placed. Everything was done for an exact reason. The suspension dampening, the stiffness of it in Sport Plus mode, the way the steering wheel is so direct, the way the power comes on, everything was engineered for a purpose to produce the most balanced sports car in the segment. Talking about balance, another way that they've kind of achieved this is by distributing the weight in this car quite evenly, right? So the battery that weighs about 27 kilograms is situated right in the nose of the car underneath the frunk. Porsche has done that to kind of distribute the weight more evenly, and trust me, you really do feel it. Going into this, I kind of had fears that, you know, hybrid 911 is going to be weighed down because of the battery and hybrid components, but believe you me when I say you really don't feel it. And as you just throw it around these corners, she does everything you want. You think of where you want this car placed, you turn the steering wheel there, and she goes, man. No complaints, no fuss whatsoever. She does it. And this honestly feels like 50% of what this car is capable of, man. My skill runs out way before this car's performance.
Now back to the straight line performance of this car. Porsche claims a 0 to 100 in just 3 seconds. Let's see if we can beat that. We recorded multiple back-to-back sub 3 second 0 to 100s. Honestly, so impressive coming out of the Carrera GTS. But what was just as impressive was the rest of this journey to the hotel, the Marine Hermanus.
It smells like rich people inside here, guys.
Oh wow. Whoa. Brother, this is not a hotel room, man. This is a whole apartment. Are you serious? Have a look at this. Let's see what we got inside here. We've got... Ooh. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna take this off.
We're gonna try this on, and then we're gonna go do this whole hotel room tour, okay? Give me a second. This thing feels like money. You know what, man? Mark my words, guys. Give me 5 years, and we're gonna be in our very own Porsche. But let's do a quick room tour, right? So over here we got a little bit of a living area, right? A sitting TV room, if you may. Coffee station, smeg, of course. Out here, however, we got quite an interesting view, so we can actually see all the cars parked outside. Some of them are getting washed in the corner over there. As you can see, another one is getting washed right down here. As we move on to this side, we've got the bedroom, and we've got this beautiful, I think this is a queen or king size bed. It's massive and it looks so comfortable. The linen on here just screams money. Headboard, another couch, don't know what that's for. We got some fresh flowers. We got a little vanity area over here to get ready. Our luggage, we got some closets over here to pack your things. Ooh, we got some robes. We love some robes, guys. Over here we got a fireplace, another TV, and in here, my oh my, have a look at this bathroom, guys. His and hers section, massive shower, little sitting area over here, a beautiful tub, the toilet, but my favorite thing is the view right out over yonder. So I don't know if all of you guys know, but if you don't know, Hermanus is quite famous for whale spotting. So hopefully you might be able to see a whale. I don't think we're in whale season anymore, but fingers crossed that hopefully the camera is recording. We got these beautiful, massive mirrors right over here on this side. So that's pretty much the hotel room, guys. So in my opinion, I think this is definitely the best hotel we've stayed in on the channel so far, man. So I'm gonna hit you guys with a little montage in 3, 2, 1.
After touring the hotel room, I called it an early night because the next day I had an important task ahead of me: drive the rear-wheel drive variant of the Carrera GTS.
Alright guys, and here she is. This is what we're going to be driving today. We're kind of matching a little bit with this car. So this is the 911 Carrera GTS rear-wheel drive variant, man. In this absolutely stunning black on black specification. Alcantara, that amazing pattern that I love so much, as well as on the seats. Basically the same as the other one. The only difference is this just doesn't have the red stitching and the red seat belts. But let's give you guys a little cold start of this car. So she is in Sport Plus, so the valves are open. We're just going to press this.
sounds so good. In fact, look, this car could do with an exhaust, but that initial startup is so nice, man. And Porsches are a weird kind of loud, guys. They're not like your Lamborghinis or your Ferraris, but it's got this unique bass to it that only this car has, and it's absolutely amazing. You guys will also notice that the startup is very, very quick. The electric motor fires this thing up just like that. Absolutely lovely. We're gonna put some heat in this engine, and then we're gonna get up out of here. The heavens have opened. It's raining down here in Hermanus. We got the rear-wheel drive variant, which has survived the rain so far. It's been absolutely phenomenal, you guys. We're gonna take it around some bendy roads, man, some twisty roads. Hopefully the tarmac gets a little bit more dry so we can give the car a little bit more and see what she wants to give to us as well. But so far feels so much lighter than the Ford GTS in the back over there. Absolutely loving it, man. This car does not hang around. Steering so direct. That noise is intoxicating. I mean, seriously, listen to that. This thing is doing everything that I can imagine and more. And keep in mind, we are just in sport mode. So now we're gonna switch over into Sport Plus mode. Everything's gonna tighten up a little bit, stiffen up. The car's ready to go. Am I? Of course. Oh. It leaves you laughing like a little child. I giggle as if I'm in nursery school right now, experiencing playing toys for the very first time. The braking on this car is also something that I don't think a lot of people will be talking about, but it stops, man. It stops on a freaking dime. Woo! One more. After 2 days behind the wheel, I can safely say this. The new 2025 Porsche 911 Carrera GTS is the perfect example of how to bring hybrid power into a sports car without taking away from its soul. It's fast, it's perfectly balanced, and it handles with the kind of precision that makes every single road an experience. The Carrera 4 GTS impressed me with its grip and stability, but the rear-wheel drive variant, that's where the magic really happens. It's lighter, it's more alive, and every input makes you feel like you're fully connected. Honestly, you can't go wrong with either of them, but if I was putting my money down, I'd go with the rear-wheel drive variant. For lack of better words, it made me feel like a freaking rock star, man. This is Porsche's vision of the future, and we got to test it on some of the best driving roads in the world. And if this is where the 911 is headed, the future looks very, very interesting.